Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's Marvin speaking. I just want to let people know that I'm still going to be investigating any news that comes in on the Jay Slater, any updates which I will share with the public. I just want to go back to a video by Mark Williams Thomas when he was over there to find out what happened to him. I think this is quite interesting. I mean, this was quite some time ago now. It was been out there for quite a while, this video, but I'm just going to play it again because he said some interesting things. Then we're going to carry on to where Jay supposedly stopped off with Ayup. And because an investigator has got some information, hopefully from a cafe owner, which I'll share with you in a little while.
Is not safe but still alive. I've come over here to investigate. They have sat with me and they have provided me with an in-depth insight into what has happened in the hours leading up to Jay's disappearance. I have to date been able to speak to a large number of witnesses who were with him or came across him during that period of time, and they have all been helpful. There are two key people to date that I have not spoken to, and these are the two men that took Jay back to that holiday rental in the hills. Those two men have spoken to the police, but they are now back in England.
People are as key as you say they are, Mark. What do you make of the fact that they've been allowed to return to the UK?
Do you know something? That was my first thought, because like I said, they should have been held. Their passports should have been held for at least 40. I think they can hold someone, can't they, for 72 hours? But that was absolutely crazy. They were allowed to go. And, you know, I think it was something to do with Roman, why they actually got off. That was just really off-key to me, because I think they'd all been arrested and those phones were just taken off them. I think this case would have been resolved very, very quickly.
I think the problem is that the starting point of this investigation for the Spanish authorities has been one of a missing person. I don't know whether that has increased or whether it's decreased. From a starting point, if this was it was in the UK, I would have started investigating as a critical incident, and I'd have done everything so that you can secure the crime scene, the potential crime scene, or the altercation, and then of course you can come back down. Once you've lost evidence, you've lost evidence. They are back in the UK. They may, out of freedom, come back if the Spanish authorities ask them, but at this present moment in time, I haven't had the opportunity to talk to them. I can talk about other witnesses who are instrumental. There's lots of names being mentioned. Those people are cooperating fully and have said that at any stage, if the authorities want them to come back to Spain, they will do. The Spanish authorities are doing what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. The Spanish authorities have obviously rejected the help from the Lancashire police. Lancashire police have been very supportive of the fact.
That was a real big flaw from the Guardia Civil not bringing British police in. And do you know what it was? They were probably scared that other bodies may be found in the Massacre Mountains that are unrelated with the Jay Slater case, but gangster related. And I honestly do think that's what it was, because like I said, that was sharply knocked back very quickly by the Guardia Civil that they don't want any British police over there. And I don't think they wanted Mark over there. I must admit, I was quite harsh on Mark earlier. I thought he could do more. And the problem is, he couldn't. And I think that the Guardia Civil and the hierarchies want him out of there because he was asking too many questions. And they didn't want that because this case was growing momentum very, very quickly.
Family have provided a direct contact, and Lancashire Police have said that at any stage the Spanish authorities want their help, they will be here and they will help, and they certainly have the experience to be able to do that. But the Spanish Police at this present moment in time have said we do not want your help at all. And of course, as a direct result of that, they would see me as an extension of that. They're not happy that I'm here. I would say, put pride to one side. This is about finding Jay, and we need as many people as possible to get involved. And I would urge, as another appeal, not just to those two people, there are people out here who know more. There are people out here who have information, who have seen Jay, who had contact with Jay whilst he was here. If you were in those clubs on that evening or in the early hours that morning, please come forward and tell us. You may be reluctant to pass that information to the police, but please use the hotline that we will circulate so that people can give us that information.
I think in the early days, I think a lot of people were talking about the case and what happened to Jay, but there was so much going on and it was all over the news. It was so much to actually take in. But it seems like to me, a lot of people were just putting information that they shouldn't do on the Facebook groups, TikTok, and a lot of this stuff was actually deleted. I think Mark knows it was foul play, and many other ex-detectives as well knew it was foul play, because it wasn't on UK territory. There's only so much they could do.
It's the two options. He has either come to harm himself as a result of moving away from the area. So it's either, I do not believe that he is in that close proximity to the rental. It's a very easy area to search. If he has come to any harm, it's either the other side of the beauty
of the beach. That is just unbelievable, because a lot of people think that he may have been stabbed on the beach and then moved from there. And Mark Williams Thomas, I wonder whether basically people gave him information that there may be a bit of a squabble on the beach. And those videos that actually came up of altercations on the beach, and Lucy saying Jay, you know, that she didn't think that he would be stabbed by someone. Sometimes it just makes sense, because those videos weren't out there before this case. So, you know, there's a possibility link to Jay and that beach. That's interesting.
The lookout point, or it's a bit further down towards the town. It's one of those areas here, and obviously the longer it goes on and the more days that pass and the continued search, because the police are searching very, very well. They've got mountain rescue, there's lots of people up there. He will be found. If he's not found, then of course it brings that other element, which is the third party. I have received information. There is no doubt an underworld here. There is an undercurrent here. There is a big drugs fraternity. I can't tell you at the moment whether that has an impact. I've only been here for less than 48 hours. But what I can tell you is the information I currently have, and the family have shared everything with me, and I've got lots of messages, lots of WhatsApp chats and everything. That is a line of inquiry.
Wow. I think Mark, when I go back and I was looking over what he said, he did make some sense. And like I said, I think people do run him down, especially his information about the Nicola Bulley case, but there's only so much you can actually go on. So the investigation firm went on to say, "Hi Marvin, all we can say is that Ayub and Rocky were right in some respects. Jay arrived and left Massacre alive, but he didn't stay there. What they are not saying is what happened in between and at the end." The problem I've got with that, so this is an investigation team who are actually liaising with the cafe or shop, cafe shop should I say, that Jay supposedly stopped with Ayub and some other people. And one of the people who are working there are willing to talk, says this investigator. So this person goes on to say, Jay was placed in the ravine. He had been kept alive from the 15th to the 19th of June when he died. Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm not too but I can't specifically put a date on when he actually died. Nobody knows that. But the 15th, to me, it seems a bit earlier. But the thing is, what we don't know is what actually Jay what date Jay get there. Did he? I know the festival was 3 days, but maybe he got there before. But myself, I would probably say something happened to Jay. Me personally, everyone's got their own points between the 18th and 19th. I know his mum said that she talked to him, but like I said, she could have been threatened to actually say that. So everyone's got their own scenarios about that, and I truly respect that. Details that we are double checking, but he was eventually finished off. Jay was moved but kept alive in between times, including the Maruba. That could probably be sent because, like I said, I do think the Maruba was involved. Some people at first thought it was far-fetched and now are going along with that scenario. The group had moved on from Papagayo Club to tramps on the Veronica Strip, where the first altercation happened. There were more, and we know now who actioned those. All involved, I think that the grass is always greener on the other side, and greed accelerates. That, as we always say, follow the money, and gangs are involved who protect the layers of corruption and supply at all costs. Very, very true. All those we mentioned are all involved, and as dark actors have played their roles according to their bosses, and only so-called friends love when it is beneficial for them. More names also come to light, and Chris here's penciled in where they stand in the complex case. We want to give a shout out to Marianne and Haley Comet, who have always told the truth, and like yourself, only wanted the truth for justice for Jay. Just please believe to exclude any of the above, but be mindful, as we shall have all the details by Friday. So my thoughts on this is that, yes, we are waiting for more information to come through, and the investigation company who's working with myself as well and giving me information are absolutely brilliant. But for me, I would personally want video evidence, if that person has got it, to confirm who was at that shop cafe buying drinks. If we've got that, and then and Jay was there, or even in the car, we've got something to go on. But if we've got nothing to go on, we're still in the same situation we are now, lack of evidence. So, but I know we're waiting for stuff to actually come in, and I truly respect that. But, I have to put information that I've got out there. But I think facts are very, very, very important. Very, very important indeed. Just look at some other messages. Someone messaged me, private message, that cocktail bar that Ayup and Sonny, then Ayup and Mystery Lucy lookalike were photographed in, is right next to Papagayo, right on the beach, and is open till 1 a.m. Yeah, that's good information. Thank you very much for the information that is actually coming in. My thoughts is that the information about basically Jay going off road, what's interesting is, don't forget that the governor up there had said he's not releasing any information to the public about what the CCTV cameras caught on that day, which is quite worrying. And it was also said that messages and pictures, we don't know whether they were true or not, but it's worth a thought, that Jay was alive for a few days and people were taking food to him. Had he been injured at that time? Were they trying to sort of keep him alive, and his wound got better and they wanted to finish him off, as the investigators said there? There's a lot of information that's sort of trickling through at the moment. But for me personally, I won't believe he was at that Airbnb until I have total facts that he was. So that's a little bit of information that I thought I would share with you that was actually given to myself. Obviously, there's still investigations going on as well. And like I said, I will update this on Friday. Thank you. Take care wherever you are. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and support me. Thank you very much.